I've been on the search for my perfect pair of black wide leg pants for a while now. I have a couple of them to share today and we'll talk through each of them. So I was actually hoping to have 5 pants here in total. Unfortunately, I only have 4, and that's just because I haven't actually bought my 5th pair yet. And it's been so long since I bought my first one. I just really wanted to film this video before I kind of forget all my thoughts on that very first pair that I bought back in probably the beginning of May. So before we get started, I'll actually talk through some of the qualities that I look for when I was buying my perfect black wide leg pants. It's gonna be really hard for me to keep saying that word over and over again, so I'll just say perfect pants. But I basically have, I guess, narrowed it down to 6 different qualities. So the biggest one for me is to be wrinkle resistant. That means I'm essentially just not looking for like materials like linen. I feel like linen, especially in the summer, is super popular. I'm just really not into linen. I've never really been. I've tried going into that before, like with linen, you know, shirts, over shirts, that kind of deal. But I just find I just like wearing them every single time. I feel like it looks wrinkly, and I know that's almost the intention, to look like effortless and, you know, kind of like you just came back from the beach or something like that. But I don't know. Linen is not really my kind of fabric. Yeah, I think it's too wrinkly, and I get a little bit self-conscious when I wear it that maybe it doesn't look like I'm put together enough. So yeah, no to linen, but I really want to find a wrinkle resistant fabric. I am not really sure what kind of fabric I'm looking for, but to be honest, like I feel like it's not super trendy, I guess, or sustainable, let's say that, to actually want pants that have like polyester. But I think that like if I want a wrinkle resistant fabric, I kind of think I might have to go like a polyester. I'm not really sure about materials. I'm not super educated and knowledgeable about all the different materials, but I'm mostly just looking for that feel that, you know, once you scrunch it in your hands, it doesn't feel like it's going to like have settled wrinkles and such. So definitely one of my criteria is wrinkle resistant fabric. Another quality for me is the length. I've had such a huge challenge trying to find my perfect length pants. I am considered like to be a petite person, like when you look at the like height chart or whatever, but I think that I actually have quite long legs. So oftentimes I'm like, the petite ones don't work out for me, but then the regular ones, they're like slightly too long. So I'm kind of like in a weird limbo of being too long for petite, but too petite for long, or not long, regular. So I've been trying. I think I might be in a range of like 30 and a half to like 31 and a half or something like that. I'm in that weird spot because I think that a lot of times short lengths are always usually 30 and below, and then regular lengths are usually like 32. But I kind of find that like I'm like in the middle of them. So I just really want to find a pant that I won't have to tailor, because I don't really want to do that. I don't want to have to go to a tailor just to get my perfect length pants. For me, finding a length that is suitable for me, that has a little bit of pooling at the bottom. Like I want a little bit of a wrinkle like hitting my shoe, but I don't want it to be too short or too long where it's like dragging on the floor, because I've had both pairs of pants. I never really wear them because of those reasons. They're either too short, they're either too long, and I just don't feel like comfortable in each of them. So I really want to find a pant that is the perfect length for me. Okay, next thing for me is that it has to be washable. I do not deal with the dry cleaning bowl crap. I don't go to a dry cleaners. Maybe I'm too cheap to do that, but I just don't want to go pay a dry cleaning to do it when I have a washing machine, and I'd rather just wash it myself. So no fear of getting lost and getting damaged. I mean, well, the damage would be on my own self, but I just really want a pant that is low upkeep. I can wear it and just toss it in the washer and everything be a-okay. Now, a couple other smaller ones. These aren't as high up on the, I guess, totem pole, but one thing is I would like it to have belt loops. There's some pants that come with no belt loops, but I like the belt loops because there's an option to add a belt if you want. Next thing for me is I like the trouser like pockets at the back. I'm not even sure what they're called. Are they called like welt pockets or something like that? But basically, if you have like some slacks or some trousers, you know how the pant is different from like a typical jean like back pocket. I would just like some back pockets. I feel like that polishes it off a little bit, and we'll actually go into one of the pants, a couple of the pants that I have something to say about those. And then the last one is just functional pockets. I feel like I am always looking for clothing that has functional pockets. Sometimes I even find myself not going out and carrying a bag at all, so having a pocket and being able to like store my phone, store my wallet, that kind of stuff, keys, all that kind of stuff like inside my pocket is kind of nice. So I don't really have to carry a bag around. But yeah, so those are my 6 criteria. I think it was 6. Finally, we'll get into some of the pants. The first one is ZARA. Now I actually don't have this one because I bought it all the way back in May, and ZARA's return policy is like 30 days. So if you can kind of already, you know, tell, I don't have it, I returned it. So I ended up not liking it. And I'm going to say this particular ZARA one, or I'm going to talk about this particular ZARA one, but to be honest, all of ZARA's pants, I've actually been on the hunt for my perfect pair of black wide leg pants for a really long time. And I've bought like numerous pairs of ZARA pants before, and none of them have worked out. So I think this is kind of like my last straw. If this one didn't work out, I've tried like 5 other pairs in the past, and each one of them are kind of different and none of them worked. I think ZARA is just not the place to go. First of all, it is really long. Like it is, you need to get it tailored, and I don't think I'm a type of person that would get a ZARA item tailored just because it's already kind of on the more affordable side. That's a huge trend amongst ZARA black pants. They are always really, really long. Now, particularly with these ones, if you're wondering, these ones were about $50, and I find that's usually the case. All the black pants I bought from ZARA in the past have always been around $50, and I just don't think it's worth it. I feel like if I had to give a price point of what I would assume, it would probably be like $30 or something like that. First of all, with these pants, not only are they long, but the material always feels like really cheap. Specifically with these pants, they're very thin. Of course it is summer, so maybe they're going that route, but it feels thin, not in the, oh, it's perfect for summer, but it feels thin as in this was cheaply made. So the fabric doesn't feel good, and this is awful on the back side. The back side looks awful. When I turn around and show like the butt area, it gives you nothing but like a pancake butt. So unless you have like a lot going on back there, these are not any pants that you should buy, especially if you have a very flat backside. This gives my butt like no grace. It does not do anything. It looks awful. I turned around and immediately was like, no, this is not it. I hate this. This is really, really unflattering on the backside. And also it is kind of wrinkly. So that is like almost like my #1 criteria, that it wrinkles and it doesn't look good if you don't like steam it or iron it, and I just don't. I'm too lazy enough of a person to do that, so I am not going to steam or iron my clothes. And if this is already like kind of fresh out of the box, like wrinkling, then it's going to be a no. So not only is this a no for this particular ZARA black pants, but I think this was the final straw for me to not really consider ZARA at all for, you know, my black pants. All right. Next, we have a black pants that is bought at Nordstrom, but I believe the brand is called OPENEDIT. I've actually had pretty good luck with OPENEDIT before. I have a couple other pieces. They're all right. I mean, they're not like the top tier quality. I can kind of feel they feel a little bit cheap, but it's all right. Anyways, these pants, they were on sale. So originally, I believe that they were close to about like $80. I purchased them for $52, and I purchased this all the way back in July. I believe the actual date was July 1st. So it's been a while. I also do not have these on hand because I returned them. These are so wrinkly out of the bag. So wrinkly out of the bag. They're not bad. They're okay. They're fine. I mean, they have like an elastic waist, so that made it comfortable. But to be honest, if you like zoomed in on that like section where, you know, you have the button and the zipper, it just didn't look quite nice. It didn't look like refined and like expensive looking. It looked a little bit cheapy made. So I wasn't in love with that like button, zip area, closure area. And it was also so wrinkly. And I literally just like unfolded it from the bag, perfectly nice. I put them on and I filmed the like clip that you see. So that was literally it outside of the bag, and There is no reason it should be that wrinkly. Of course, yes, you can steam and iron it, but like I said, I'm looking for a fabric that is just hassle-free. I don't have to worry about it, and it won't take up much time in the morning if I want to wear that pair of pants. Like, I won't have to spend time steaming it and ironing it. So yeah, for that reason, these pants were a no. They were also not really that cheap. Yes, they were on sale, so I think that maybe in my mind, like, it being on sale was a justification, but it's like $52. That is not the quality I'm looking for. $52. I am not willing to part $52 for a pant that is of that quality. So I returned it. I know I know Nordstrom has a very open return policy, but I just wanted to get it out of my possession. I already have too much clothes lying around, so unfortunately I already returned them, so I don't have them here to, show you, but I do have the video clip. The third pair is almost the exact same in terms of it being from Nordstrom, and I already returned it. So again, sorry, this is one that I don't have it on hand, but I do have video clips, so I'll show you in the video clips. But this one is from the brand HALOGEN. I believe that's how you call it. Originally, they were close to $90. I got them on sale for $62. I believe this was from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Already returned them. They were not good for me. And if I had to give them a ranking, this one would be in the very, very bottom, probably below Zara. This one was so bad. It was pretty unflattering. I found that the fit was all off. I don't think anybody who has any body type could wear this item and be comfortable with it. I just found that it was really weirdly shaped. I feel like no one with a body would create this because it does not flatter the body whatsoever. So for one thing, this had an odd amount of fabric in the lower belly area, that pooch area underneath the belly button. It just had so much fabric. It made you look like you were, for lack of a better word, even fatter than you were. It just had so much fabric there that it just looked so bad. It just did not make my legs even look straight. I felt like my legs looked maybe I was pigeon-toed. It just was really off. I really disliked this. I wore it and I actually really liked the material too. It almost felt like a material that was a non-wrinkle fabric. So I was really stoked about that and really happy with that. But when I put it on and looked at myself in the mirror, I hated everything about the silhouette. The look of it, it just was not right. Although I liked the fabric, and this is probably one of the only ones of one of the fabrics that I like, the silhouette was all off. So there's a lot of factors that come with my perfect pair of pants, and so far it's not looking great for any of them. And also, going back to the previous one, these were also on sale. So they were originally $90 and I got them on sale for $62. So again, like I said about the previous pair, $62, if I'm not getting what I want for $62, then that is a very bad thing. I am not willing to part with $62. Okay, so we get down to the last pair. Again, I kind of wish I had 5 to share. I only have 4, but maybe I'll do a part 2. I'm not even gonna say the usual thing of if you thumbs this up, because I'm probably gonna do a part 2 anyways. This is me personally. I am trying to look for my perfect pair of black wide leg pants. So I'll do this. Even if I don't film it, I'll probably just do it on my own on the side and still try to find my perfect pair. Anyways, getting back, these are the 4th and last pair. They are by Hollister, and they were originally $50. I bought them for $30 and I got them on sale, but to be honest, Hollister has sales quite often, so I think that you can get them maybe even cheaper if you play your deals. I purchased this pair in August, so this is my most recent one. I purchased it probably the first week of August, so it's been maybe a couple weeks, I'm not really sure. So I have the most recollection of this one. Actually, why am I even saying I have the most recollection? I actually have these ones on hand. Here they are. Here are the black pants. And these ones, if I had to do the rankings, these ones would actually be number 1, which shocked me the most because these are actually the cheapest. Like I said, I got these on sale for $30. They were originally $50, which is similar to what I paid for the Zara one. But yeah, these are the cheapest ones and they are $30, and they are probably the best one out of the bunch, but they're still not perfect, okay? So that's why I think I'm gonna return it. Again, if I'm not getting exactly what I want, then might as well not spend the $30. Off the bat, these are probably the most flattering on. They look quite nice actually when I show like the video clips on. I think that they make my legs look really long. It's got a very nice taper, so it's not like that halogen one where the taper is all off and it looks like your legs are pigeon-toed. They make your legs look straight, long and lean and very, very nice. Now I said these were my favorite pair and I love the silhouette from the front. Now you might be thinking, well, why am I returning it? It's basically for two factors. Number one, I do like the material. The material is not terrible. It doesn't seem like it's as wrinkly as the others, but there is still some wrinkle. Like I messily kind of scrunched it up when I was sitting over there because I actually wanted to check it out and see if it actually has any additional wrinkles. To be honest, I actually do think this is a pretty wrinkle resistant fabric. The material almost feels very interesting. It's not thin in the sense that it feels cheap, but it is thin in the sense that maybe it is like a summery fabric, but it is thin. So, you know, eyes out for that. I'm actually quite happy with the material. I'm still not 100% sure how it's going to keep up. Like if I put this in the wash a couple of times, how well the material is gonna like sustain. I was worried that it might wrinkle, but it actually is looking quite okay right now. It's not looking that bad. The other thing that I don't quite like about this is the back side. Here we have the back. We have an elastic waistband, and I'm not saying elastic on pants is an indicator of it being cheap because I don't know enough about I guess materials and construction, but if you look at it and if you look at the clip, I feel like having this elastic waistband kind of makes it look a little bit cheaper. Like because it's not perfectly tailored to your body, that's why it has to have an elastic waistband. So I'm not really into the elastic waistband. And I think that might be also another criteria that I now add, that the pants should not have the elastic because I think it looks a little bit cheap. The other thing is that as I, pull it up a little bit, you see that there's no back pockets. Now this doesn't look good. When I turn around, I think that the pants look kind of cheap now. So when I'm like standing and in front, I think that the pants look good. But when I turn around and show the back, I think that's where it shows that this is a cheaper pant because it doesn't have pockets. The butt almost looks a little not quite right. If the back looked as nice as the front of it, then I think it would be a keeper. But I'm just not really liking the back enough. Unfortunately, that is a miss, but it has all the qualities I like in, my pant. So it has pockets, like front pockets. It has belt loops, a great length on me. I will say that the length is like superb, which is really hard to find, to be honest. So unfortunately, if you haven't already guessed, none of them I am keeping. So this is I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but it'll be probably something of like the pursuit of my perfect black wide leg pants. And skip to the end of this video. We did not get there. We did not get there. I did not reach my goal of trying to find my perfect black wide leg pants. All of them are gonna be returned. I have returned like 3 of them already. So that last pair from Hollister is probably also going to be returned. And yeah, the pursuit continues. I'm going to do some more testing in the background, try and find my perfect one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are also trying to find your perfect black wide leg pants or just interested in this video, thank you so much for watching. With that, I'll see you later.